6 with query number 61 from Navi Mumbai, Maharashtra. So regarding fees, though patients pay for the services and appreciate for the meticulous work, often they feel they are paying more than they should, while we feel we are charging less than we should. Keeping in mind our experience, expertise, cost of quality equipments, and best-in-class materials and lab support, we are charging less. And of course, second is from offline patient management software, need for offline clinic management software for digitalization patient records. So as regard the first thing, at any stage of practice, never ever, even if you are 20, 25 years old in practice, never ever stop prior informing the patient and get a consent or a go ahead for the treatment. And what consent I teach is it always contains the treatment details and the treatment costing as well, where we take a signature. If it is a long case, we add the TA form or the treatment approval form as well. So it means the patient has signed at two places with witnesses, which actually makes sure that the patient is kind of, at least in his mind, if not otherwise, in his mind, he is legally bound to pay me. So it also saves you bad blood from the last it also saves you many times from the bargaining. The only thing is you have to keep doing your best. Even if you feel that your charges on the lower side, work out on your cost. Whatever you arrive at a number, a healthy GPM and an NPM should be the target. Even if not the GPM, the NPM should be the target. What exactly are your costs? And if you are carrying home 50% of your NPM, it's a fair enough call. So for example, we calculated the NPM for the PFM crown. The landing cost of a PFM crown to majority of dentists in a standard dental clinic is close to 1900 rupees. 1900 rupees. If somebody is charging less than 3800 with that kind of set of conditions, what we mentioned, they are actually undercharging. They are actually, you can say, throwing their skills for a toss. They're throwing their, you can say, misusing their skills, misusing those facilities, I would say. So even when I started my clinic 24 years back in year 2000, I had no benchmark. I had no MBA with me to start. So my benchmark was my charitable hospital, which I was working in the morning. That charitable hospital had 1500 rupees as PFM crown charges at that point of time. But 24 years down the line, I see people charging 1200 in my town today, till date. 1200. 1500 24 years back. Imagine the comparison. Imagine the difference. When I told you the landing cost is close to 1900 rupees. So even if somebody is charging 2000 or 2500, he's actually not carrying home anything from that crown. Probably 20% margin. That is not a good enough margin. So keep doing your best, calculate your cost, charge a good GPM, NPM, prior inform, take a permission, let the patient decide. And if the patient wants a quality treatment, he will keep on choosing you. Some people have a habit of cribbing. They'll crib and still come back to you because they know they are in safe and skilled hands. Safe and skilled hands are more important than the money part. Somebody has to get, there is not a Control Z button in life. Those of you who are using computers, Control Z is undo the last step. For example, you typed something or you drew something. You didn't like it. Rather than selecting it, erasing it, just, you can say select Control and tap Z. It'll undo your last step. Unfortunately, there is no Control Z in life. You can't restore a wrongly opened root canal to a, you can say, a decayed tooth. चलो मैं आपकी रूट कनाल नहीं ओपन करता, वापस कर देता हूं वैसा ही. It can't happen. So keep doing your best while being kind and courteous, because after a few years, people will forget what they have paid for, but they will still remember how they were treated. ऐसे भी और वैसे भी. When I say ऐसे भी और वैसे भी, I mean treatment wise and behavior wise. The doctor was kind, he was painless. his work has lasted. I have not faced any problem. ऐसे भी वैसे भी. So people remember the experiences. They don't remember the money. मुझे याद नहीं कितने दिए थे, पर काम अच्छा किया था, चल रहा है अभी तक, कोई दिक्कत नहीं आई मुझे उसके बाद. इंजेक्शन लगाया था, पता ही नहीं लगा. They'll not remember the money, but they'll remember how much pain you gave them. So don't bother about, even if they feel you are charging over, and you should not be charging lower. You calculate your cost. If you are charging lower, you correct that. But if they feel you are charging higher, they'll still continue to pay, provided you don't change your work ethics. You don't change your behavior. You don't change your quality. You don't change your service standards. These are the things you need to maintain. As regards practice management software, an offline one, I prefer a Microsoft Excel. Some people say Microsoft Excel वो भी कोई software होता है. अरे Office is a suite. बहुत बड़ा software है Office Microsoft का. Excel is a part of that. You don't consider Microsoft Excel because you have not unlocked even 1% of its potential. It has loads of tools inside. People walk or run behind fancy softwares, and easy update is available. Free update is available in front of you. These days, new laptops come loaded with free Windows, you can say genuine Windows and genuine Microsoft Office. Anyways, Microsoft 365 is free. One for a year also, and later on also there are, you can say, conditions where you can get it for free also. So Office is not chargeable, and still you want to spend money on the softwares, it's your choice. The only thing Excel will not do is give you your customers a reminder SMS or on WhatsApp. Ask yourself, दिवाली के सबने मैसेजेस कितने पढ़ लिए हैं अब तक? किसके अभी भी 40, 50, 100, 200 मैसेजेस अनरेड हैं? If there are, this is the power of abuse of communication. Not the power of communication, but the power of abuse of communication, which we all are getting used to. So that is the only flaw I feel. But then there are ways that can be taken care of. For the rest purposes, Excel works the best, at least for me.